My favorite guy is Farazan. Farazan is supposed to be like Trump. I'm serious. These people are like so fucking hung up on heavy-handed analogy. The election, a thing of the past 2 years ago. No one thinking about it. No, these people are still thinking about the previous election. Now I guess they did this like probably thinking about this coming one. They don't care about anything else. And I am joined now by a friend of mine, Gorilla Capone. Hey, Gorilla. Thanks for sitting through
Uh,
that mess. Welcome to the show.
yeah, hey, you should feel special. I don't get out of bed just for anybody.
You know what? I appreciate that.
Yeah,
And
you got me
we're
for
not going
one
to make
cigarette.
people watch episode two.
Yeah,
Um,
you
I'm gonna
you got
just
me for one cigarette.
okay. I hope it's a 100. So just real quick. We saw one of the worst shows I think I've ever seen. That was
well,
terrible.
I would say it's like the worst. Like I wouldn't subject my people to this for cringe stock, and we watched freaking or the American Society of Magical Negroes for cringe stock. That's how much.
Oh
That's the
yeah, I
kind of
missed
schlock
that.
we watch. But
I've
that's the kind
seen
of
most
schlock
of
we
that
watch for
movie.
that. But this was so boring. Like, there's nothing like I'd even want to replay. Like, you know how many times I've looked up, like probably half the views for some of the scenes in Lord of the Rings, the 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 Return of the King, were probably for me. Like, you know how many times I rewatched them coming over the hill at Minas Tirith, or even Aragon's great speech. You know that shit. I could watch that on repeat. What shit is there to watch a repeat here? I mean, it's shit this
We didn't
boring. They
even.
at least it.
What happened? Like it very
For
slowly,
shit.
we saw people walking around. They had very little say. And then at the end, for like 4 minutes, we sang and watched a tree have tree
Yeah.
cancer.
Well, hey, for hey, at least in like the '70s and '80s, for when they know they got a bad fucking movie, at least they gave us fucking tit to look at. Like seriously, well, come
Oh,
on, have
this this
Galadriel
this
take her
this
fucking
show
top off or
spites you
something.
that. Well, if they keep true to their form, right? When one group of people from Bad Reboot and Secret Hideout go on their own and do something, the other people from Bad Reboot, Secret Hideout do the same thing. Leslie Headland is not part of that Brat Pack, but she's been doing like objectifying of men and male nudity, I guess, to get even for like all the objectification of women or whatever. So they're going to try to make that a thing. I have a feeling we'll see like
Hey,
maybe some male nudity. That
hey,
might
hey,
be what they
I
try to create.
hey, if they throw in male nudity, then I want my equal representation. If I have to see a topless
Yeah,
male, I want to see a topless female. If I have to see a man's ass, I want to see a woman's ass.
you'll see a
Equal
naked female, but she'll
representation.
be. What they'll do is they'll manage to get the naked female in to nerf your objection, but like what will happen is we'll see her from like 40, 50 feet away. And then when we swing around, she'll be obscured by him. Then the camera will like zoom in real close and we'll see everything about him and his musculature and everything else. And then like her reacting to it, but from the neck up. Then we'll see her from behind, from like well above the waist up, like just below the shoulders, and her hair will cover like most of her body. We'll see arms sticking out of hair. And then like they'll cut to something where they're like laying under a blanket together, and he's like, saying a bunch of sexist things. Like that's the only way this show can ever do anything like that. They had no romance last season. In the last episode, she decided she liked this guy. She went to go kiss him, and then in the reflection in the water, she saw that he was Sauron, and so she freaked out and didn't want to have anything to do with him. That's the level of dumbness we're dealing with here.
So basically, she got drunk one night, decided to go. She got how hot and bothered with him, then regret it the next day. And day there then accuses the man. That pretty
Uh,
much it.
that that would seem to be more or less what happened. Basically, she was crazy. The way she met him was she was on a boat headed towards the Undying Lands for being an asshole and prosecuting a war that had been over for at least 1,000 years, and the last remnants of the enemy they hadn't seen for at least like 100 years. And so she was like not willing to give up prosecuting that war. So they're like, we think that maybe staying at war for 100, because the last time they'd seen the enemy was like as long ago as World War I for us. So they're like, maybe like instead of prosecuting this war, we go home. We've been fighting, they say, for 1,000 years, right? and they won a really long time ago, like 700 years ago was the last major battle. And it's been 120 years since they saw even one of the enemy. And she's driven and insane like it happened last night. She's like freaked out like a traumatized attack victim. Honestly, I don't know how else to explain it. She's just like she needs to go to a shelter. She needs help and she needs someone to clean the cigarettes and gum out of her hair. That's all I can do. That's all I can tell you. And with that, I guess that's as much as we can really say about this dumb show this week. Gorilla, what you got going on, my man?
Well, I told people we weren't doing Waltons because I got the dates mixed up for Bert's funeral. So tomorrow night I might do a cigar lounge there, but otherwise DS9 on Saturday, Godfather 3 on Sunday, Wednesday, 2 more episodes of Freaks and Geeks. Oh, Tuesday, a cigar lounge. Next Thursday, uh, we'll have more Border Town. A show apparently so racist it got canceled after 10 episodes.
Yeah, I would only watch a song called Wall Town. All right. Well, if you need somebody who's Latino to go over there with you, I am Cuban, so I can help you out with Border
Yeah.
Town. The thing is, I come from the only group of Latino people who are like, if Mexicans and other stuff, I don't know why it works this way. Don't ask me why. I take no political stand, but for some strange, ridiculous reason, and I don't know why. I guess it's because they say that the ruler of the country that my ancestors came from is an evil dictator. So like you're allowed to flee
Yeah.
Cuba, and they'll like patriate you into America. So am I a good diversity hire when I'm a desirable immigrant?
Oh yeah. But
They want us to flee.
I so want to make a comment, but
Make it.
you no you'll get hit so fucking fast on
Put it in
YouTube.
private chat. Put it in private chat. I'll be the judge of that. I have
Okay.
always joked about my ethnicity, and I do not find it to be a big deal. One of the biggest fights on my channel was someone in my chat took exception to me saying that we weren't going to highlight in group chats. And group chats go crazy. It happens. It's not really the fault of the person who runs the group all the time. And the last one didn't seem to be the fault of the person who ran the group any more than maybe some bad modding. But like in group chat, like there was one person who like they kept consistently making Cuban jokes about me and in the chat. And the thing is, like, they weren't sticking the jokes, they were cringe. You know what I mean? So they looked racial. And the person was also a content creator. And my comments in the chat were just like, you know what? Like, they're not pulling this off. We can't highlight their chats anymore. But like, as far as I'm concerned, I don't have an issue with things. Wet feet, not the back, the feet. The policy for people from Cuba is wet feet, dry feet. If a Cuban is in the water, whoever gets him gets to patriate him. And if a Cuban is like got dry feet in America, they can't take him back. You know what? I love you, Turiel. You were my first subscriber, and I always think about how you showed that confidence in me. And we had that conversation the first night, and like the numbers were so weird. YouTube was weird. Watch parties were new when the first Rings of Power season dropped, and Turiel, among other people, like dropped by. But there was like a crazy amount of concurrence, like something I wasn't prepared for, like 19 or something insane. And like it might have spiked like 1,200 and then down to like 20 people, like really, really quick. But it was a really weird first ever live stream for me. I didn't know anybody yet. It was absolutely bizarre. It was and maybe we'll play part of it to celebrate the beginning of my second year, man. Thank you for being at the end of my second year broadcast.
Yeah, not a problem. Ugh.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I know you probably finished your cigarette and want to go to bed, and everybody else out
Well,
there, we're
it's
not
just
doing a
been
second
one.
episode.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
been a
been one of
fucking
those
hell of a day
weeks
and a
that's
half.
been no, it's been a hell of a week.
Oh yeah, anything? If you've got worse stuff going on, I'm sorry, buddy.
It's nothing. Well, it's nothing. None of the shit that I'll say on YouTube, but no, but it's mostly with bird stuff going. That's been the most stressful.
Yeah, and what's going on right now that's stressing me out is that Outlaw is live on his channel, going a bit too far in a few places. And I think I have to go over there and talk him down. I'm going to try at least. That's next up on our today's impromptu schedule. Didn't want it this way, but you know, you know what? Outlaw Bill's got to be talked down. He is asking me why he should delete his channel, and but judging by the amount of misspellings, maybe we both need to stay up a little later and go over there because this looks like he's really out in the ledge. Guys, see you in a few minutes on another stream, maybe. That concludes our coverage of this wonderful and amazing Rings of Power. Our second year of covering, our second time covering it, our second year of existence. The bad reboot schedule is so great that I was able to get my feet wet, so to speak. How Gorilla, you like that one?
Yeah.
Oh God, no!
He had a mechanical arm.
Stylistically designed to be that way, and you can't undo that, but we can diminish the effects of it.
I hope my joke wasn't too
You've gone
bad.
too far in a few places.
Seriously?
Motherfucker, you!
If you say so. All right, we're gonna go over there and try to talk to Outlaw Bill. I'll see you guys later. And you know what? I don't know what to say at the end of this one. It's been a hell of a day, a hell of a night. If you're a member of any of the communities across X and YouTube, who's a friend of Bird of Prey 5, you're a friend of mine. We love the guy, and you know what? Let's go make sure that all his friends are okay. This is Admiral Teague with my pal Gorilla's Random Thoughts, and we're gonna sign off with what can we say? Computer. What should we? What M5? What should we do?
Unit is the ultimate achievement in computer evolution.
Every time I
Asteroid
ask that computer,
2024.
it doesn't care about me. It doesn't really. It does. I've come to the point where I don't trust it. You know what?
Doesn't anyone see that this is wrong?
You know, it feels like sometimes I'm on something.
Pure anti-proton. Absolutely pure.